Welcome back to Inside Gator Nation. As we approach National Signing Day, that's what the channel will be kind of focusing on. So stay tuned for all your signing day news and updates. Florida currently sits at the number 12 spot, so it's kind of looking like that's about where we're going to finish. There's not a whole lot extra going on ever since they implemented the early signing day period. It's kind of been a watered down National Signing Day on February 3rd. To be honest, it doesn't really look like Florida's in the mix for a whole lot of flips. There are a couple guys I want to talk about, one in particular. First off, Terrion Arnold will be a guy to watch out for National Signing Day. If we can get him, we might finish in the top 10, just inside the top 10. Florida has 12 early enrollees, 10 which have signed their letter of intent, and 2 hard commits. And that's what I want to talk about, is a guy that did not sign on early signing day, but he is still a hard commit to the Florida Gators. And to the public eye, it may not be a big deal, but I think this kid is the most underrated member of this Florida class, and that's Adrein Strickland, the Crawford Mosley offensive tackle. He's only got 3 stars. But I think John Hevesy of the Florida Gators can turn this kid into an absolute monster. He's 6'6" at 330 pounds, from Lynn Haven, Florida. They have him rated here, like I said, 3 stars, and the 113th offensive tackle in the country, 168th player in the state of Florida. And you might be wondering why I'm doing a video on this kid, but a lot of the skill position players get a lot of love, and these offensive tackles do the dirty work, and they don't get much credit. So I wanted to shine some credit where credit is due, and this kid is very underrated in my opinion, and you will get a chance to see that in his highlights I'm about to show you. He also has offers from Iowa State. Matt Campbell of Iowa State has given him an offer, and Mike Loxley of Maryland has given him an offer. So those 2 coaches know what's up with this kid. This is a huge get if Florida can get him. Like I said, it doesn't do much for the rankings, but we need this kid on board. Let's take a look. All right, so my boy lines up at left tackle, so he will be protecting the blind side of whoever the future Gator quarterback will be, more than likely Anthony Richardson. And what I like about this kid, he doesn't give up. Look at him, he pushes this guy all the way, even when the play is just about over, 15 yards down the field, and just takes him down to the ground. He's got a mean streak in him. The only negative I really see on this kid, it might be a bit of a project. He needs to lose some bad weight, and Nick Savage will help him put on some more of a leaner muscle to get him SEC ready. But he's got the size, he's got the frame to be a huge SEC left tackle. He simply overpowers pretty much everybody you'll see that he faces. Look at him right here in slow motion. And look how quick he got to the second level, and literally looked effortless to put the guy on his ass. So he doesn't just block who's in front of him, he knows a little something. And coming up, you'll see him make his initial block at the line of scrimmage, and then when the play gets around him, he moves up to the second level. Not only is he smart, but he's a beast. Good in pass protection. He didn't have to make that little late hit. The ball was already out, so he put him on his ass anyways. Look at him scoot. He's deceptively fast for a guy that's 300 plus pounds. Obviously, he's not going to start right away, but that's why I said he's going to be protecting the blind side of whatever the future quarterback is. maybe a year or two, maybe even 3 down the road. I expect him to redshirt this season. That's what Florida's been missing. Florida's been just fine in pass protection, but we really need a good run blocker. Somebody that can get to the second level and clog up those linebackers and create some running lanes to run the ball through. And with Lingard and Bowman going to be the clear starters in the near future, in a season or two ahead, I am absolutely excited, and I can hardly wait. It's just a big body, and you gotta have that. You can't be small up front, because when you play these Alabamas and these Oklahomas, they just have huge defensive tackles. You gotta have something to counter that with on the offensive side of the ball. You have to win the line of scrimmage. It's a big boy league. You can't win the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter what playmakers you have. You're not going to be very successful. That's why I think this is a huge addition to Florida if we can land him. Keeping my fingers crossed, as so you should be. This is a must get for Florida if you ask me. Another guy that is yet to sign, we got 2, Adrein Strickland being 1. Another one would be Davey Hammond. I believe he was a part of a class from the past. I believe he didn't qualify academically. He went the JUCO route. Now he's trying to re-enroll in Florida. So that could be an issue of why Davey Hammond hasn't signed his letter of intent yet. I'm hoping everything is squared away academically. But we just have sheer numbers that we've recruited on the offensive line. So even if they don't all pan out, we have so many numbers that somebody's going to. And we should have a solid offensive line in the near future. Including last year's class where we signed like 8. I believe it was like 8 offensive linemen. Just ridiculous for one class. And a couple of those guys might get to start this season in 2021. Boom, look at him. Fights off his first block, puts him on his butt, moves to a second block. When you block 2 guys in the same play, I mean, you're very useful. I like that he stays on that inside shoulder, so it's not quite holding. You're not going to get a holding call for that, but you spun him around, got him out of the play. This kid just does not quit until that whistle blows, and that's what you want. Really looking forward to signing day here, and I think we're 3 days away now. I was mentioning Terrion Arnold earlier. He's rated the number 1 overall safety in the class. So I think he's going to go to Georgia. That's where his boy Xavier Sori went. I thought Sori was going to go to Florida, but now that Sori went to Georgia, I really think Terrion Arnold's going to follow him. The experts have him going to Florida, but it's really a 3-way battle with Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. But if we can get Terrion Arnold, that secondary would just be super nasty. Picturing Corey Collier with Terrion Arnold. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Not to mention Tyreek Sapp, and you got Dexter in the middle. We always have good defensive ends. We were very lackluster on the defensive side of the ball this past season, but we're definitely trending in the right direction. We were very young, Next season, we're a little bit older, but the year after that, I think, is where we're going to reach our defensive peak. Boom! Oh my God, dude. Kid's nuts. Hope you guys enjoyed these highlights as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you after National Signing Day for a recap. Go Gators.